It's no secret that I like coffee. And there's one issue I have when I'm out and about and stuff. I don't like paying other people for a nice hot drink. So when I got sent this 1,000-watt power station from Bluetti, it gave me an idea, and I think I've got a solution. I'm currently, at the moment, boarding out the back of my van. I want to have everything I need in here when I'm either out on a trail somewhere, or if I'm out for the day somewhere else in the UK, an event for the weekend and stuff. I want to make this into like a little mobile kind of workshop stroke studio. I've just bought this toolbox. It's a nice size to be able to carry about. All my essential tools in here. If you want to know what this is, it's shadow foam. I'll leave a link to where I got it from in the description. Essential tools in there. The Bluetti Power Station, that's 1,000 watts. You've got a couple of AC outputs. You've got USB outputs, USB-C output, your general sort of cigarette lighter one. It's also got a wireless output on top for your phone. So that would be perfect to be sat in the back of here. So I can charge RC car batteries, I can charge phone batteries, GoPro cameras, all of that sort of stuff. And then I had a genius idea that I could probably rig up a coffee machine to it, and it means I can have a coffee whenever I want, really. And then it got me thinking even more. What about if you're in the middle of nowhere on a trail and you want a coffee and you haven't got a flask or anything? Wow. In today's video, we're going to take this massive SCX6 from Axial, a 1/6 scale crawler. We're going to take my camping trolley that's got some rather chunky tyres on it, and we're going to shrink this down to something like this, and then we're going to get ourselves a coffee machine, then we're going to go on a trail in the middle of nowhere with the SCX6, towing the camping trolley with the Bluetti Power Station, the coffee machine, and we're going to see if we can make a coffee in the middle of nowhere. I know some of you are probably questioning, well, why? And what I say all the time, why not? No disrespect to the other content creators out there, but there's quite a lack of creativity sometimes on YouTube, and everyone's kind of doing the same thing, or even if they're not doing the same thing, it's kind of similar to someone else and stuff. So I could have just sat for 10 minutes and gone over all the specs of this and plugged a charger into it, plugged a phone into it to show you it working, pressed a few buttons on there to show you the screen, gone through a list of all the specs and stuff and what it can do. But I thought I'd make a day of it, something a little bit different. Anyway, I've got this strap for the power station. I've got a couple of got a few blocks as well just to secure it. To secure the coffee machine down, I'm going to make sure it works before we go out. And then I'll see you at one of my favourite trail locations. Had to make sure it was below 1,000 watts. Lots of coffee machines out there are over 1,000, whereas this wasn't. This is actually really cheap as well. Cheap for a proper espresso machine anyway. That could be a bad thing out there, I reckon. Bye-bye warranty. It's all in the name of science. Now that is not going anywhere. Oh, little scoop and a little tamper. Double, I think, and that must be a single. We don't want a single one. I've got no ground coffee to try at the moment, but we'll put some water in it and we'll make sure it heats up using that. That'll be the first thing to try. Otherwise it might be a wasted trip out. Wouldn't surprise me if Traxxas went after this coffee machine. Look. if you know, you know. Plug it in. Power. Switch it on. Oh, there we go. Sitting at just under 800 watts at the moment as it warms up. Digital display there shows you your shows the amount of battery you got left, so this is fully charged. You can charge this via a solar panel as well. You got an input there. You can stick a solar panel in. You can get solar panels from Bluetti. It tells you your input and output on here, so you can see currently we're at 768. 220, 240 volt AC outputs there. Obviously this is a UK one. Other parts of the world, there'll be the outputs will be to whatever systems you use. And then, like I mentioned, you got outputs here as well. So it looks like it's ready. That's just gone off. So I'm presuming this stops once it's heated up. There we go. Yeah. Yep, that's hot water coming out. Good, good. Have we got steam? There we go. We got steam as well. Get away from there. Get away. So I think we are good to go. Safety first. I've switched it round so that the steam wand is on the outside now, so we don't blow a load of steam into there. That probably wasn't the best idea. So anyway, we're safe. Look at that. Perfect fit. A mobile coffee station, maybe even the world's first, and it's going to be towed by the SCX6. Hopefully this is successful. We're all set up, ready to go. Got a lot of stuff in there. Currently got a couple of GoPro batteries on charge. The Hero 8 as well, which is doing our little time lapse or time warp. That's also on charge. We got a guest driver today, little elf. Let's go. I'm hoping I'm in low gear. I think I am. A couple of 4S batteries in the SCX6. There's only one rigged up at the moment, but offers a little bit of ballast. And it also means that we've got a spare for when the first one runs out. What a beautiful day. It's about -2 centigrade. The quarry's in a bit of sun though, so there's not too much frost down there. You're doing a good job in there, even though you're a bit squished. It's gonna be like a bit of an ice road trucker's scene now. Let's go straight across the ice there. Show us your skills. Oh, easy. I've used this thing loads, and mainly for charging batteries when I'm out and about. It came in really handy when I was doing the speed runs. Once I'd done a couple of runs, I needed my batteries fully charged again just to get the most out of it. So really handy for that. And just to test it out even through an angle grinder on, I think it was an 850 watt angle grinder. Put some load on it and it done really well. Comes with a user manual. Also got a lead if you want to charge it via the solar panel. You can also charge it by your car's cigarette lighter, or of course you can charge it from the mains. What your guess is? Oh, I'm not sure. It's quite steep. I don't know how steep it looks on camera, but we're going for it. That's full throttle. I don't think we're going to do it. Oh man, there's a bit of a longer route that way. Come on, you got it. Nice turn, nice turn. Got to keep that momentum going. Oh, there's a bit of wood there. No. Here we go. That's it, Elf. Speed and power, speed and power. Power, power. Oh, you're going the wrong way. No. Right, he's going for a crazy run up this time. He's gone wide. He's gone really wide. Here he comes, that's full speed. Oh, so close. You've done so well. Let's give him a helping hand or foot. I need to save it. Oh, come on, you can do this one. I've got faith in you. Oh, he's really going for it this time. He's a determined little elf. He's already full throttle. He's got some speed this time. Come on, so close. Push, come on, go on son. There you go. He's got it. He may not quite have the power or the strength, but he's got determination. And this looks like a nice spot for a coffee. That's if we've got any water left. It's probably lost half its water. So while I'm setting up camp, I'll just go into the specs in a little bit more detail. 716 watt hours, 32 amp hours, inputs 12 to 28 volts DC, 8 amps, 200 watts. The rated power is 1000 watts. It will allow a 1400 watt surge. 2 AC outputs, and being that this is a UK one, it's 220 to 240 volts AC. You've got 2 USB-A outputs, they are 5 volts DC at 3 amps. And then you've got 2 USB-C, and they'll do 5, 9, 12, 15, 20 volts DC at 3 amps, and then 20 volts DC at 5 amps. You've got your standard cigarette lighter, which is 12 volts DC at 10 amps. You've got 2 DC 5521 outputs at 12 volts DC at 10 amps, and then you've got your wireless charging pad on the top. So it turns out you can make a coffee in the middle of nowhere, and it tastes pretty good. Cheers. So that's the Bluetti EB70. Hope you enjoyed that video. Just a bit of fun. Like I said, I could have just sat here and spoke for 10 minutes about this. I've gone over all the specs and stuff like that, but I thought I'd make it a little bit more interesting. This is certainly going to be loaded up in the back of the van and come everywhere with me. Really handy. Links in the description for more info and where you can get them. Cheers for watching. I'll see you next time. I've just unhooked him. I've just unhooked it to drive back to the car. I'm pulling it now. And honestly, it's quite hard on this terrain. Good work.